The Outer Worlds launched in 2019 during the PS4 and Xbox One generation. It was developed by Obsidian in an attempt to make their dream game, and it just happened to turn out exactly like Fallout. It was created by the creators of Fallout, so who would have guessed? The thing is, The Outer Worlds is consistently overlooked. There could be a handful of reasons why, so we're going to look at the game from a bird's eye view and then speak more on some of the game's systems. So please leave the video a like and subscribe, both of which are free to do and they help the channel a lot. Thanks. Okay, so the game starts with some story, lets you customize your character, and then gives you some more story. What I understand about it is that you're awoken on a colony ship by Dr. Phineas Laferb, or whatever his last name is, and he wants your help to wake up the rest of the colonists. And that's the gist of it. You find out that the surrounding planets are run by mega corporations that force their citizens under tough labor and poor living conditions, which in turn has been killing people and starting all types of sicknesses. Each planet has a different feel, so expect everywhere you visit to feel unique, in a sense. As you make your way through the game, you'll be able to visit just about every planet in the system. Your character is outfitted with some traits that allow you to specialize in certain fields. It can be from weapons and healing to engineering and hacking to sneaky and peeky. You get to choose which ones, and then as you play the game and level up, you can continue to invest points into whichever category you like. You also get a perk system, which can give you other bonuses like faster health regen, quicker movement, or whatever. There's also a system that can give you perk points if you accept a flaw. A flaw can lower your stats in certain situations. The game gets really creative with this. And it's only your ship since you accidentally killed the actual pilot as you began the game. Your crew can consist of multiple companions which you'll meet throughout the game, but you can only bring 2 of them with you on missions at a time. You can edit their gear and weapons to make sure that they pack a punch. The first main objective in the game is to settle a debate between Edgewater, which is ran by Reed Thompson, and the Botanical Lab, ran by Adelaide, I forgot her last name. The reason you're thrust into this is because your ship needs a fusion drive to get it off the ground, so you need to divert power to one or the other and take the spare fusion drive. Edgewater is a town that is run pretty poorly that houses sick, overworked people that live and die by the corporations due to Reed's misplaced trust in the company. Everyone in the town only eats saltuna, which is a meal replacement that is just a means to stop your stomach from rumbling. It's made from garbage and it's making people sick and feel like shit since it's made from garbage. The Gardens under Adelaide is a smaller group of members who had had enough of the companies in Edgewater and wanted a better life. Adelaide found a way to grow real vegetables and other actual healthy food, so the people living under her are eating well. But some lack the ambition since they left their lives in Edgewater. Both areas aren't running optimally, so you need to take power from one and give it to the other. This has a handful of different outcomes, but I gotta say that this is the most memorable part of the game. And also, it just heavily reminded me of Megaton from Fallout 3. One big decision that you have a hand in, and it's right at the start of the game, so you are tempted to play multiple times to see what else could happen. For those that don't know, Megaton is a town that was created around a nuke that has yet to detonate. You can choose to detonate it or not, and there are benefits to each path that you take. Same thing here, but the rest of the Outer Worlds doesn't have that same stickiness to it. The gameplay feels great on modern hardware. It runs at a solid 60, and the shooting feels much better than the Fallout games. I have a feeling Obsidian didn't trust themselves in this department, seeing that there's a slow-mo mechanic allowing you pinpoint accuracy for a short time after you hit the right bumper. There are quite a few different weapons, mods, and elemental variables to mix up the gameplay. I have an acid sword that drips green when it's wielded. It looks so cool. There are also plasma or energy-based weapons or traditional bullet-based guns as well. The arsenal the game presents you with, I was pretty satisfied in finding what I wanted to specialize in and carry around with me. The loading in between zones is a little annoying, even though it is quick. One of my main takeaways from Hogwarts Legacy was this very thing. Aside from the small loading screens at the doors, you could take off and land your broom at any of the outdoor spots around the school and instantly be in the open world. I'm hoping for something similar like this in the Outer Worlds too. This game would rather have 20-foot high thick walls and large metal doors to signal a loading screen. Having a seamless open world that links it to the towns, shops, basements, and dungeons with no loading would make the world feel a little bit more connected than it currently does. There are only a handful of spots where the indoor areas aren't behind a loading screen. This is pretty rare, and when it does happen, it's confusing since the waypoint doesn't point to the door to load in, but rather at the objective itself. Just about every main character you speak to will give you a side quest, which feels a little forced. The quest can mainly be done by fast traveling around, and with the open world lacking interesting things to discover, it makes walking around a little boring. The game's art is incredible, and easily one of the best parts of the game. Some of these planets look stunning and colorful, but the world is typically barren. some marauders or aggressive wildlife, but that's it. The game could use with some random events, wandering NPCs, and other small things that would make this seem like a living world. The Outer Worlds does have strong writing, as Obsidian is known for. The dialogue between characters seems natural, and the sillier characters tend to have the goofy lines that you may expect. The humor is also something that's well done too. At times, something may blatantly be trying to get a laugh out of you, but more often than not, it's something that happens naturally in conversation that I found to be the funniest. This spot, for example, when this guy made a comment regarding me not being from town, I replied by saying I was just trying to get my ship off the ground.
Never heard it phrased in such a way before. I guess we're all trying to get our ships off the ground, ain't we?
So yeah, in terms of the character interactions and dialogue, you won't be disappointed. Tim Kaine and Leonard Boyarsky under Obsidian were given a small budget to create a new IP from the ground up, and it came back to what they're good at, a wasteland RPG with loot and humor. But the thing about Outer Worlds, and I've been dancing around it this entire time, is that there isn't much there. The game has the volume but not the density, and by volume I mean for the scale that I expected for a new IP. It sets a solid enough stage for a sequel, which is all it could hope for. My problems with the game, I don't think it's the consensus. I didn't really read other reviews, so it's safe to say that you may agree or disagree with me. Either way, the game has two main DLCs, being Peril on Gorgon and Murder on Eridanos. I'll most likely check them out, and we'll see about making a video on them. Got them for $10 each, and I enjoyed the game enough that I didn't mind jumping back in for some additional content. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you thought about the Outer Worlds in the comments. Also, leave the video a like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. I'm on Twitter at SilverJS and Instagram at JSSilver. 3s for the E's. I'll see you on the next one. Stay safe.